Hi and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to talk about my Etoro after 4.5 years on the platform. So since I started doing my portfolio update videos, I always kept my cash balances hidden, mainly because I didn't want anyone to think I was bragging in any shape or form. But recently I was watching a Meet Kevin video, which I'll put a link to in the description below. And he was of the opinion that if you don't disclose percentages of your portfolio, including your cash balances, you could be potentially hiding the amount of risk you are taking. For example, say you have $100,000 in the stock market, putting $100 in a stock is not really taking a massive risk because that's only 0.1% of your portfolio. Whereas putting $10,000 in a stock would show real commitment to the company. So I ran a community post this week asking if you guys would like to see my cash balances, and the majority said yes. I've always wanted to be as transparent as possible with you, so based on this I decided I might as well expose the real amounts of cash I've invested in the stock market. Then you can see the real ups and downs of my portfolio also. And you will see that stonks unfortunately don't just go up. And hopefully I may prevent some of you newer investors falling for the same mistakes I made when starting out. I want to clarify this also has nothing to do with the fact that I edit the videos myself and I can't be bothered to blur every cash value going forward, as it takes a very long time. No, I'm only messing. If it's your first time watching my channel, then my name's Ollie and I've been an IT consultant developing software solutions in the finance industry since 2008. And I've been actively investing in the stock market since 2016. If you enjoy this video, then I'd really appreciate an early thumbs up, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm so that my content can reach more people. Also, please subscribe and press the bell icon to be notified of the latest videos, as I upload new content every week on personal finance, investing, and how to reach financial freedom. Please note the information in this video is not intended to be investment advice, and if you want investment advice, you should seek a licensed professional. Also, past performance is not indicative of any future results. If you're not already signed up to Etoro and decide to sign up while watching this video, then I have an affiliate link below this video, which if you sign up using it, then I will get a kickback, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it really helps support this channel. Now, because I'm running this off for historic dates, I'm going to be running off some account statements from different points in time. So please note this isn't a portfolio update, and if you want to see my last one, then the link is up here and in the description below. If you're watching this in the future, I also have a playlist, so go check out my channel and you can find the latest one. Now, I want you to know as well that all the money deposited has been earned from hard work by myself. None of it has been inherited or anything like that, and I actually started the account with only $1,000, which you'll see in a second, and I've just added to this over time. The real aim is to make it to $1 million through compound growth, which, if you don't know what that is, then you can go check out my recent video explaining all about it and how I plan to do that up here, and I'll put the links to that also in the description below. Unfortunately, I can't easily give you a breakdown of everything I had open at the time. I'm also not in any way claiming to be the best trader or the worst trader. As you can see here from my stats, I had quite an up and down ride at the start in 2016. So if you're just starting out, remember not to get disheartened if you lose money straight away, because as you can see, I did, and obviously the market does go up and down. 95% of day traders will lose money, so it's much easier picking companies with good fundamentals and holding for the long term. And I know it's disheartening if you're trying something new and all you see is your money going down. The first couple of months I was skeptical when I saw my hard-earned cash going down, and I think this is the problem why a lot of people drop out, and then hopefully you may see some results. Now, also, when I started out, there was a lot less decent traders to copy, or perhaps I didn't know what I was doing. One of the two, and you can decide. But Etoro has grown massively over the past few years. They announced in March this year they had 20 million users worldwide, which is madness. So anyway, I'm going to flip back and forth between this screen and my account statements. So the first account statement I'm going to show you is from start of October 2016 to the end of October 2016. And you can see there that I started this account with $1,000. But as you can see here, from when I started in October till the end of 2021, I actually lost $27.65. So my ending realized equity was 1,272.69, and my ending unrealized equity was 1,268.88. If you don't know what realized and unrealized is, then basically unrealized is all positions that are currently open in the market. Realized are all closed positions that have hit your available balance. So that was my first 3 months. So you can see stonks don't always go up, or I just didn't know what I was doing. But to be fair, around this point I was mainly copy trading, as I was too scared to invest in stocks myself. It was like a world I didn't know about and was scared to lose all my money. So I entrusted other traders on Etoro through copy trading. So I'm going to do a 6-month account statement, then a 12-month, then I'll do yearly updates up to today's date. So 6 months would be from October up till the end of March 2017. So if we look here, you can see my deposits increased at some point in the 6 months, and I added another $260. And this is where I saw a profit of $37.56, obviously minus the fees. So my ending realized equity was $1,595.69. And my ending unrealized equity was $1,586.78. You can also see this in my stats here. So obviously I lost money in 2016, albeit only 2%, but then I had to recover that up to the end of March. And you've got to remember, if you're coming off the back foot, it's never easy. For example, say you start with $1,000 and then lost 50%, you'd be down to $500. Then to get back to your $1,000 again, you now need to make 100% profit from your $500. So now I'll do a 12-month account statement, which would be from October to the end of September, and then I'll move on to calendar years. So if we go from the 1st of October 2016 to the 30th of September 2017, so now you can see I went quite heavy on the deposits at this point, and so now my deposits went up to 16,643.94. I think this was because I wanted to invest in some copy portfolios, because at the time I could see they were performing pretty well. One of them being the in the game copy portfolio, which I'm still invested in today. And back then you used to have to make a $5,000 minimum deposit. And the other being the big tech copy portfolio, which was also another $5,000 US. Now, stupidly, I cashed out of this because I was after quick gains, which was definitely a big mistake looking back. And I have actually gone back into this copy portfolio since. So anyway, you can see I went heavy on the deposits up to 16,643.94. Adjustments, I can't confirm exactly what that is, but that's so minor, I'm going to presume it's down to rounding issues or something like that. I mean, it's only 2 cents. So anyway, the rollover fees were $6.80, but the trade profit and loss on closed positions was $1,129.28 in a year. So my ending realized equity was $17,773.95, and my ending unrealized equity was $18,143.62. Not bad for a first year, especially when banks offer like 0 point whatever percent interest. If you wanted to work out a rough idea of my potential unrealized profits using this, it would be my ending unrealized equity minus deposits and the fees. But this is a rough estimate because I don't know if eToro has included any potential fees in the ending unrealized equity. And when I asked them if I could calculate ending unrealized profit from this account statement, they said it couldn't be done. So it would just be a rough idea if you are going down that route. But obviously you can see the ending unrealized equity at this point in time. Now, if we flip back here, you can see from the stats page, things went wild towards the end of 2017. And this is where all the cryptos took off. So now from the start of my eToro account to the end of 2017, I added more cash because obviously cryptos only go up, or so I thought at the time. So my deposits went up to $20,148.23. Now my trade profit or loss went wild, and so was $7,377.08. And so my ending realized equity was $27,533.74. And my ending unrealized equity was $26,773.29. But if we flip back to my stats page here, you can see this is when the shit really hit the fan. 2018 was a bad year for me. And while in 2017 I made an amazing 65.6% profit, in 2018 I lost 37.54%. This is where the cryptos crashed, and then stocks were down also, and I also copied an idiot trader who lost me a lot of money. He has since been dropped out of the Popular Investor program. Generally, PIs are good, and it's in their own interest to do well because they are paid by Etoro based on assets under management. So the better they do, the more people that copy them and the more assets under management they have. So if we look at my account statement from the start of me holding my Etoro account till the end of 2018, my deposits are now $27,334.06. My trade profit or loss on closed positions went down to $3,333.05, and so I had an ending realized equity of $30,455.25. And if you look at my ending unrealized equity, it actually went down to $22,064.62. So I was actually down at this point. To be fair, this was probably a lot of blessings in disguise, as I learned a lot of lessons. Firstly, I learned stocks don't always go up. Secondly, even if you research a trader who has performed well in the past, it doesn't mean they will continue to do well going forward. Or a trader that performs well when the market is going up doesn't mean they will perform well when the market goes the other way. Also, if something has fundamentals, it's worth holding on to. I held on to all my cryptos that plummeted at this point, and I was down for a couple of grand on them for over the course of a few years. But come to Christmas 2020, I got a nice present, and in early 2021, I've been able to cash out these at a profit. So all was not lost. So a lesson learned, don't always panic sell if you believe in the fundamentals of something. If nothing about that asset has physically changed, you are technically in the same position you were before the price dropped. So yeah, 2018 was a rough year for me. So moving on to 2019, you can see I managed to get a total of 18.3%. But like I said, it's always harder to recover when you're coming off the back foot. So if we look at my account statement here, so I actually added a bit of money again. I mean, I did question whether this was a wise idea, but certain investments were moving in the right direction, and I had learned from my mistakes at this point. So my deposits were now $30,269.75. My trade profit or loss on closed positions was negative, and so it was actually minus $1,889.01. So I had an ending realized equity of $28,125.9. And so my ending unrealized equity was $29,111.70. So based on the unrealized, I had nearly recovered by the end of 2019. So 2019 was a year of recovery still from 2018. I also learned a hard and important lesson about cryptos and stop losses and weightings of copy portfolios, which I touched on in another video recently. So as a brief overview, so I invested in this crypto portfolio here, and I didn't realize it was apportioned by the market cap size. Always read the small print. I just presumed they were all equal. Absolute massive rookie mistake. Wouldn't make that mistake again. At the time, one of those cryptos was heavily weighted, and that crypto flopped. It then hit my stop loss and then bounced, as cryptos do because they are so volatile. So not only did I lose a lot of money, but that crypto portfolio would be worth an insane amount today. So it just drives me nuts. So if we have a look at the price around here on the Bitcoin chart and where it is now, so I invested in that portfolio somewhere around here, and that's where it is now. So yeah, I regret that one. And the worst thing, at this point in time, the minimum investment for these copy portfolios was at least $5,000 US. So again, 2019 ended up being a bit of a bad learning year. Anyway, everything is a learning experience, so this is why it's so important to invest what you can afford to lose, because your capital really is at risk. But it's a good thing I didn't walk away. So now we come on to 2020, which was an insane year where I made 70% profit. This is also where I started learning a lot about the stock market because we were in lockdown and there was nothing to do. So I was reading lots about it and watching lots of educational content online. I also wasn't spending much money whatsoever. And because I hadn't really deposited much in 2018, and 2019 because I wanted to see my portfolio recover first. I had more money sitting on the side. When I knew I was in the clear, I was more open to trying again. There was also a lot of opportunity in 2020 with the Rona. Luckily, I was in a good position to take advantage of this. So if we look at my account statement here, so my deposits went up quite a bit here to 47,435.57. So my trade profit or loss on closed positions was 5,055.67, and my ending realized equity was 52,317.70. But my unrealized here at the end of 2020 came to a whopping 73,796.01, which was an absolutely insane year, and it's probably never going to happen again. 70% gains is not normal, and a good year in the stock market would be 16 to 20%. If I ever get 16 to 20% in a year, now I will be very happy. Anything above that, I will just be blown away. So now if we look at 2021, where we are currently up 6.71% this year. This was up 20% at one point, but this week has been a bit of a crazy week where there's been a pullback on both stocks and cryptos for numerous reasons, which I'm not going to go into in this video. So if we look at my account statement here, so my deposits in total to date are 54,339.53 with a trade profit or loss of 20,754.76 and ending realized equity of 75,001 cent. And my ending unrealized equity is 85,387.23, which I couldn't be happier about. This was hovering around the 88 to 89,000 mark till earlier this week. Like I've said in a past video, I always wanted to be as transparent as possible to you and highlight that the stock market doesn't just go up. This is why you should only ever invest money you are happy to lose, because your capital is at risk. If you want the actual cash breakdowns of my portfolio before my next portfolio update video, then let us know and I'll do a quick video on it. Otherwise, you will see all in my next portfolio update video. So stay tuned for my May 2021 portfolio update. I would like to say we will have recovered from this bad month so far, but based on the stock market saying sell in May and go away, we will have to see. Even after a savage week, we are still up 6.71% for the year. So it's always worth looking at the bigger picture. The stock market is all about making gains slowly and not overnight. That is also something you will learn when you are investing. You kind of get a bit numbed to the fact your money goes up and down quite considerably, and you just need to not panic. It's part and parcel of investing. As long as you know the companies you have invested in are fundamentally good, then you need to not worry. And potentially, if you do worry, then maybe don't keep checking your portfolio all the time. But always keep up to date on the news on the stocks you invest in. If you're still considering signing up to Etoro and undecided, then check out my pros and cons of Etoro video up here. Also, as I mentioned, for those of you interested in signing up to Etoro and haven't already, then there's an affiliate link down below where if you do sign up using it, then I will get a kickback and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it really helps support this channel. So why not give Etoro a go before depositing any real money, as they will give you a demo account with $100,000 of virtual money if you want to learn how to trade first. Also, if you've got any questions on this video, then please let us know in the comments below. Let us know if you enjoyed this style of video and would you like to see future versions of this, or do you just think it's rubbish? Either way, just let us know. I've toyed with doing this video for a while, but I ummed and ahed about it and I don't really know the response it's going to get, so we shall see. And whether or not I do any in the future, I will decide at a later date. Also, let us know in the comments below how you're doing this year so far on Etoro. I'd love to know, and I read all of your comments. If you found this video helpful in any way, then please give me a thumbs up, as it really helps support the channel. Also, if you want to learn more about how Etoro works or more about personal finance and investing, I have numerous videos on my channel, so I recommend you check them out. So please subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any future updates. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been Ollie from Get Geek Finance. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.